You don't know what you want. Now you might think, what do you mean I don't know what I want? Of course I want to succeed, but what is success for you? 20 supercars, 7 yachts, 10 mansions? Now try to answer why. The problem is that society has imposed on you what success is. You've seen these influencers on their yachts flexing with tens of, to be honest, unintelligent women, getting so drunk so they forget about it. And you thought, oh yeah, this is what success looks like, right? Think about it for hours and you'll realize that those things only accompany success. They're side DLCs, but not the main storyline. In your case, you might not even want to buy those add-ons, or you'll have unfinished business in your main story. After all, you want to saturate yourself completely with it before starting a DLC, right? Imagine you're playing a game, and in the middle of the plot twist, you exit it and start the DLC. Sounds weird, right? It is good analogy with video games. You want to buy a game because of the main story campaign, right? Not because of the DLC. All the accepted indicators of success in society are just concomitant additions, and don't make them your main goal. Sure, if you want them, they'll come to you on their own if you set the right goals and not chase them. Or maybe just want a nice house where it's safe, a beautiful wife and kids, maybe two cars, one for the family, one for yourself. A favorite kind of work that brings you enough money to provide high quality life for your family. And you do it somewhat because of this, but mostly because you like it, because it's just fun. You would do it basically for free. And in such a life, you don't really want to buy every single supercar in the world. It's very important to think what your ideal life should be. Maybe you'll be the happiest man buying 10th supercar. The main point is that such a life must be chosen by you and not imposed by others. So here comes to the most important thing. Actionable step. Take a piece of paper and a pen and write out your ideal life in 4 areas, adding as many details as possible. Imagine that you're painting a picture of your future life, and the clearer it is, the better. When you think about what to write, always keep asking why and answer honestly. This way, you will not only weed out the imposed values, but also you will clarify how a certain thing, person, event, whatever, positively affect you and your life. So first thing first, health. Describe how you feel, how strong you are, how good your physique is. Maybe you want to fix your skin, teeth, whatever comes to your mind, write it down. Next, love. Describe your wife, all her positive qualities, write her detailed personality, how many kids you have, how many daughters and sons. Describe your parents, what kind of relationship you have with them, what situation they're in. Most likely, one of your main goals is to provide for them, and most importantly, retire them. Alright, now status. Write how many cars you have, which cars, maybe you want to watch, maybe you want to watch, maybe you need to buy a jet, whatever. Describe your house. What country you live in, what city, what neighborhood. Describe your circle of true friends and pay more attention to their personalities, adding as many details as you can. Because, as you know, everyone is the sum of the 5 people they spend most time with. Therefore, by writing that your friends are strong, competitive, disciplined individuals, you're literally describing yourself. Maybe there's a person who you want to work with, as both with Edwin Barnes, who saw himself as a full-fledged partner of Thomas Edison, which you learned about in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, that's a Russian version, but whatever. Describe your reputation not only in society, but also in banks, as you need to build very good relationship with them from the very beginning of your journey. And only now comes money. Why? Because you need to be free while thinking about your ideal future life. If you had determined the exact amount of money you suppose you need, you'd be thinking in a very limited way. You don't want that. Alright, count everything you wrote above and write down how much money you need for all of this, as if you could buy it all in one payment. Now you have your first sum. Next, think about yearly income you have to continue living this dream. Imagine that everything you have written has happened and you have moved in the body of that future you and how much money you need to make per year to continue living this dream. And if you have thoughtfully and carefully considered every single word you have written, you now have a clear picture of what you want and understanding of how much it costs. Now all you gotta do is to start setting goals and taking actions. But you don't want to set your goals that far ahead. For this purpose, we will identify the stages of your life on the way to your dream. Think about how many years from now you plan to come to this life. Maybe it'll be 10 years. Then do the same thing, but now describe your life in 5 years, like half of this number. Then in 2 or 3, depends on when you graduate from high school. Alright, what you got? In 2 years, I will live there. I need X amount of money to move there. I need to build my monthly income, which is Y amount of money. So after doing this actionable step, you clearly see what life you want. And always keep it in mind. Keep reminding yourself of where you're going. Alright, now you need to choose the right vehicle and start moving. We'll talk about it in the next videos.